Do you know why shower thoughts are like the best, or rather, the shower is the best place for you to like think constructively? It's because like when you're in the shower, there's less distractions. You don't have that whole, like right now, both of you are on your phones and you're trying to figure out something in your pocket.
Yeah.
Boom, roasted.
In the shower, you only have like one task to do.
Yeah.
So when you're in there, you probably have your responsibility is just to clean yourself, and that's when now your mind starts thinking of constructive things and stuff that you had probably compartmentalized and said that you're going to deal with this later. So now when you're in there, that's when you're the most creative.
And also you're completely naked.
Yeah.
I can't think of a time where you're more vulnerable than when you're in the shower because you're in your birthday suit. So it makes sense.
Let me tell you, that's when I call myself Mukutano.
Yeah, same.
Do you know, actually, funny enough, when I used to be in my mom's house, I hated washing dishes.
Yeah.
But that was the time I would write songs because I used to sing. So that's when I'd write, like, I'm just washing the dish there and I'm like, who does it?
First of all, you've had such an interesting history in this industry, singing, modeling. Hey, Kwambox,
I'm telling you.
You should write a book, biography.
The book, I've been working on
Jada
it.
Pinkett.
I've
Sorry.
been working on it. I'm worth it. So when I'm washing dishes, I'd be like, I hate washing dishes.
Yeah.
Can I just say that again? I hate it. But some of the best ideas come from there. And before the advent of cell phones, toilets used to be safe space. You could go there and really think as you're waiting for that deuce to get out of there, right? But bathroom, I find I'm very, very clear, and that's when I make decisions. So like this morning, I was thinking about things. I'm there, I have calibrated, I have deliberated, I'm thinking, but I'm like, am I watcher? You know, but you're even, you know, when you put them in the bathroom,
You're like, yeah, now me sometimes I know
I'm clear.
I know if I'm going through something, if my shower takes long. Like if I'm in the shower for like more than 20 minutes, I'm like, I was definitely thinking about a lot of things today.
Something, or you're trying to finish something?
No, I'm trying to figure something.
To finish your thoughts. Hey guys, where have you gone?
If I'm in the shower for like a long time, just now I've been thinking. I've been trying to like sort out my life. That, and also I actually like doing dishes. Like I like doing chores when I'm trying to organize my thoughts, because I don't know if everyone is like me, but my brain is always running at 100 kilometers per hour. It does not sleep. I have 10 tabs open. I don't know where the music is coming from, that's my brain. But when I'm washing dishes, like at least my I can start organizing things. I can start compartmentalizing.
Is that everyone? Doesn't everyone, like, because I think because we're overexposed, we're over on. Because when I take a break, like when I go shags or something and I chill and like there's nothing and I stay away from my phone, I'm not expecting calls. Like then I find like less the tabs start closing themselves. But because we have many things. Oh, the nanny has to be here. Steward at the office. So all these things are you're managing them at the same time. But speaking of chores, such a nice segue from bathroom to from kitchen bathroom to the chore. Right? Did you see this photo of this Kenyan developers? What the flip? I saw this house. Najua ile wanasema master in suit.
Yes.
I know the picture you're talking about.
And then it's just a hole in the middle of the room. As in amekweka pit latrine master in suit. Nikasema that guy is a genius. Most pit latrines inakwanga very thin. It's like hiki tu iko in the middle of a field. Surely hamungetengeneza, you have nothing but space. Hata kama ni shimo, at least weka nini ka space nikuwe na kiti meza.
Ina kanaro ka thing over here.
Why are we minimizing na ground in
Aishi.
Dusi kikata kutoka, at least uko na space ya kunini ya ku-work out kidogo, you try and push it.
Have you ever seen a pit latrine? I swear it's like
this.
Honestly, Africans sometimes I think we create things for just struggle. It's like this thing can be efficiently made like this. Lakini where's the fun in where's the struggle?
Fun in that?
You know, you get into a pit latrine because like if you've come from the city and then you've been pelekwa shags your first time. Then your parent has told you, no, got that. Mommy, I need to go to the toilet. Then your mom has said, the toilet. Monesha cho hapo nje. First
outside?
The toilet is outside. And then you go outside. First, there's a smell that's calling you, so you're like...
Even way before you figure.
Because you've never smelled anything like that before. Right? Unajua kuna smell ya pit latrine. Na unajua haufai kuenda na nguo ndani ya pit latrine.
Unatoa basi.
Unatoa unaziwacha kwa sababu hiyo spell haitaisha.
And then you go,
and then
you fold your jeans.
Then you've seen flies you've never seen before. Green, blue. You're just like, I thought flies are black. Then you get in and flies.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
whoever left there has left, like it's like they were doing graffiti with their nini all over their nini, right? And then they say, okay, we're waiting for you outside. Now you're like what should I do next, right? How? Where is the seat going to rise from the ground, or am I waiting for them to bring the seat so that I can do my business? Hey.
And you're so skinny, man, like you might even consider like ingiaing the pit latrine backwards because there's no space to turn. Ukienda hivi like facing forward. You pick up here like
where kwani you know the only toilet you can walk backwards like that it's a pit latrine that is at the Freemasons compound.
First of all, you should not be giving advice about pit latrines because I remember the story you told us about your first experience.
Oh yeah, so
with a pit latrine.
No, it wasn't a pit latrine. Guy, I'd be sick right now.
No, because that's what I was trying to figure out. I was
but see, they're all. What is a toilet in the ground?
It's one of those. It's one of those.
But yeah.
Yeah, those ones. I don't know what to call them. Are they Asian or something?
Latrine.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're mostly Asians actually.
Yeah, I think it's the Asian toilet.
Indian.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know how to use it because I've never seen one in my life.
Yeah.
So my first time, I was in school and that's what was there. So I sat on the floor while using it.
Like you sat on the latrine like a normal, because you saw the thing. You are like, oh, that's the thing that's really on a toilet. So I'm supposed to sit on it.
The seat,
So for context, for those who don't understand, is those toilets that it's a sink at the bottom, then it has two places for putting your feet like this, right? There's a white sink, and so you have to squat so that you can be able to use the toilet. Kerry, how did you use the toilet?
I just sat on the floor. I sat on it like completely. My legs were flat, like straight down. And then now... And then most public restrooms have got like that space up chini where you check to see if there's someone, right?
Yeah.
So this friend of mine went to go and check and like saw me.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I'm saying.
He's like,
I was the butt of all jokes.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. And that's when I actually was told you don't do that.
You're supposed to squat.
Yeah, you're supposed to squat.
But like, you know how like you guys clearly using toilets is a big problem for most people. House helps. You've seen videos that you've watched your house help in the crib. Then she's there. I saw this video and she's fetching. She pees into like a bowl, which probably the previous day you were using for vegetables. She's marinating it. You're wondering, what spice is that? I can taste some umeka nini leo? Exactly, because she poured it in the sink with other dishes. She poured it on top of other dishes, right? And as much as I want to quickly judge her, and initially I thought it was juju, but then I didn't judge her.
Didn't know how to use
what I did there, juju judge. So what I decided to do is ask myself, how many people know how to use the bathroom? Even in your office, how many times do you see HR has written there on the back door?
Yeah, leave the toilet as clean as you found it. Even this toilet that we use.
What does that mean? It means there are people on this planet, even as you're thinking they're in the city, they don't know how to use the toilet. Even when you go to like public toilets, you find that mtu ameka tissue, alafu kuna footprints. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, bro. I didn't tell you.
What exactly was going on in that toilet?
There's a relative of ours who she brought a house girl from Shags, and like she didn't know how to use like a toilet, so she stood on top of like the toilet and
with
like,
the shoes. She's just like this. Sasa imagine ufungue yo mlango tu accidentally.
You
But now someone would stand on top of it, but you find yourself number 2ing on the system.
You know the way
Spider-Man.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That landing for
Please stop.
So honestly, I feel like
Africans, I can't get that image out of my head.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Africans, we have to create like that risk factor. Things are good, but then you're like, how can I make this dangerous? I can get herpes of the ass.
Yeah.
I could balance and fall and crack. Imagine you're sleeping in the middle of the night, right? You have a new house help in your house. And then you're like, okay, do your bathroom, do your kitchen, do kila kitu iko sawa. And then the first night you find her there in the kitchen, mwagaing in the sink. You get mad and you say, okay, skiza, hapa kwa nyumba, that's not how we use things. Sawa, hiyo ndio choo. Sawa, good, fantastic. Then in the middle of the night, let's go, kudungulungulu.
Kuna mtu ameingia.
And you're wondering, what is happening? Kunisaidie.
God, please, no! 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 No!
She has cracked her skull because she was standing,
on top of.
Now she has angukad. Now
Man.
you can't even open the door. What is happening? Ako hivi.
Aki, man.
Yeah? Surely. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, now, if this person doesn't have a stomach, what a guan. You know, when you go to a public toilet. No, listen. You go to a public toilet and you just find,
everywhere.
You're wondering,
What was happening here?
hiyo nini yako kwani inatoka na mdomo?
It's a bomb,
like, how
man.
did we manage to get shell
Yeah.
on the ceiling?
But
Man,
it's
but
true.
before
Ama
we-
do people like just wipe with their hands and
Yeah, which means ajui tissue ni ya nini. Anaangalia tissue anasema acha nipeleke hii nyumbani. Lakini in the meantime, wow, anapanguza na mkono, anafanya hivi kwa ukuta, and they move on with life.
Okay, let's
yeah,
stop.
box was here.
Stop. Yeah, stop talking
Yuck.
about diarrhea
No,
in toilets.
but
Yuck.
to paint to stop
to
painting,
paint
Yeah.
the picture.
to unpaint the picture. Note that toilet use is not, it's a luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like having a
True,
toilet,
an
you know,
actual
the way you
toilet
in your house,
that
you
you
have
flush.
toilets,
Yeah.
It's a luxury because a lot of people still don't have running water and access to a toilet. Apparently, I was reading some stats that the average, in especially in third world countries, like the average, like, you know, if you live in a ploti,
Yeah.
you guys, you know how people live in Kenya.
Aki, honestly.
Yeah, you live in a ploti. There are 10 houses, 1 bathroom, which is a mabati nini.
Yeah.
There's not a
La, la,
sijui
la,
running
la,
to
la,
a
la,
sijui
la,
shower,
la,
blah blah
running
blah.
water.
Ni mabati they've cut for you, as in hapa ndio place ya
So you
kuoga,
carry
and then
the water
wameka concrete hapo
Yeah,
chini,
yeah.
and then the next one is a pit latrine.
Yeah.
Right, they're all locked. Kosa kulipa rent, utajikojolea.
Uongo.
Wow.
For real, there's no shelling, there's no showering. And there's a line, right? So you know the way you're pressed in the middle of the night, you're having a dream, you don't know how to open your eyes. You will open your eyes kwa ploti because it's outside
Guy.
and it's for 25 households, right? Yeah. So,
That's where
reality.
you get households who pee in bowls, man, because the toilet is outside. Can you imagine that you need to take a leak at night and it's like in the middle of July? You're
Yeah.
in Mary, kwa
And you know
plot.
shags, they do that.
Onyahururu.
The
Shags.
moment you go to the bathroom and come back, you're awake.
Yeah, and don't be mean to those households who pee in the bowls.
Yeah.
Because in shags, when the toilet is outside
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
far. Usiku in Western, what is happening? Night runners, there's
true.
all sorts of things. So you have a container in your room where you do, if you need to go to business, you do it there.
I've done something like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
shags life.
I've peed in a bottle in traffic.
Were you driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
There
done. No, finish your nini.
Yeah, like traffic was mad chock-a-block. I couldn't move.
You were driving?
Yeah, and I was
So
driving.
just like this in the
Yeah, so
front seat.
I was from shopping. I saw this bottle. It still had the drink inside. You know, I poured it outside the car. I was too pressed.
Yeah.
I was way too pressed.
So realize that for a lot of people, this thing that you do for fun,
Yeah.
them they're doing it for a living,
Yeah.
and we can have a bit of grace as we allow them to do this.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. We don't have grace when it comes to like this blue collar job people, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're still looking for money.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I don't even like harakisha mkokoteni guys or like try and insult them on the
Yeah.
road. I'm like, this guy is
can see the guy
toiling
sweating.
and sweating for 300 bob.
Yeah, but
and then
also-
you're coming here and hooting and insulting him.
But usually
But
when they're
Boda
shirtless,
guys
you
do
know,
that.
they're
Umse angekuwa
striking
mwizi, imagine. This
But-
guy would be a thief. He'd be stealing.
Yeah.
But he's here
Yeah.
carrying someone's couch on a mkokoteni for 300 bob,
Yeah.
and you're insulting them and shouting at them. I'm like, what?
Boda guys is where you draw the line, yeah? You're not nice.
What?
Yeah.
Boda guys, what have Boda guys not
You're
done to
always
you?
venting about Boda guys.
What?
but Mkokoteni
No,
guys is
that's
cool,
different.
Yeah?
That's
everybody,
different.
Yeah, come
everybody's
on.
on their grind, please.
Boda guys are different.
No,
Please,
respect.
no, Boda guys are different. I have been a victim to Boda guys, so I have every right
But
to
this
be
is
mad
what I
at them.
think.
Okay.
I think respect through and through is paramount. On whether someone is, because I see people struggling to kiss ass. Guys, let me just be very categorical and say, I don't kiss ass at all. Physically, psychologically, literally.
Why was there a long pause?
It's important that, because let me tell you,
Pause for
these
effect.
things have cost me in life. Kushikilia tu, unajua pale where you even say, let me just close my eyes and
If you kiss it, you gotta eat
Why?
it.
You
know
an
what I mean?
idiot.
But then I have, like, see, I don't know, it's pride. I like kissing ass is not my shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my shit. But then I see people like, oh, today, let's say the CEO of something walks in here, right? Guys will even stand, hey, boss, blah blah blah. But then There's a guy seated next there in your office who is hungry. Right? You don't even pay attention to that guy, or not even hungry. You don't even notice that the person who's sitting next to you in the office has things going on with them.
Okay.
Like deep things you don't even know, right? So because of you give precedence to, I think in life you give precedence to first the people you're related to, right? The people you know, right? That you like, right? Because the others ones you know that you don't like, you don't rate them, right? I just know you, but ukiniambia kitu sikusikizangi. But then there's these people who jump the line, rich people and famous people. And people who have made it. Yeah, they jump the line. You're not related to them. They've never done anything for you, but you respect them.
Right.
You would do anything for them. In fact, if they walked into your house right now, you'd even say, you want my wife?
Yeah.
Take her.
Hey, Jioni.
You want somewhere to sleep? Where? Junior, toka kwa kitanda.
Do you remember in the Bible when the angels came to that town, Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah.
So this guy, I've forgotten his name. Lot. Lot was chilling in his crib like this. The other Lot outside were doing all the shenanigans.
You know, shenaniganing.
Let's have sex, group sex. Yeah. Let's do orgy. Yeah.
There was shenaniganing.
Pitisha hiyo boza. You know, at concerts. I don't know. I told my aunties that's what hell looks like. Smoking kush and listening to Bob Marley. So
and
the angels came. God is like, Gabriel, na beshte yako endeni musevu Lot. So the Lot's children are chilling over there, the boys. And then the girl somewhere there in the corner. So these angels, they get to Lot's house. Lot, wagwan.
We come to extract you.
To make him kuku extract. And then Lot anasema, no, but these guys, don't dish those guys. Don't dish those guys. So, you know, at that point,
you should do a narration for Bible stories.
They don't dish those guys. And then Lot is like, wait. Joyce and Kwambox, go and shag Joyce and Kwambox.
Yeah, come.
The daughters were given.
Imagine, they were just chilling. They were literally just chilling. Oh my God.
So you see, Lot was kissing Diabs, right? Because he knew the family. Like, this is his blood.
Yeah, his blood.
Right? Nigga.
Yeah.
But when the rich and famous people came who can save him, what did he do? He threw his own family under the bus. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but I get what you mean about like jumping the line. Why? Because respect is earned.
Yeah.
So why should I respect you because you're famous or because you're important and you haven't done anything to earn that respect? No, that makes sense.
But
I
sometimes
you
just you find yourself doing it because Major said a rich man's joke is always
funny.
As in, just
you're
because
like,
because probably you might want something from this person, and or maybe you're thinking in future I might need this person, so you want to always make them feel that it's okay for them to like be around you and relate with you.
No, you need
so
to be
this
different.
Guy cracks something that is not even a joke, but the fact that you feel like you need something from them, you start laughing. See,
and
babes laugh at guys' jokes and
when they're funny.
Yeah,
we laugh at funny guys.
Yeah, just funny guys. Not all the.
You laugh at guys that you find attractive, whether it's funny or not.
Yeah, but guys, now
I laugh at anything.
If the sponyo is now, like you've sat there on the mesa and you're just like, oh, how you're beautiful. Oh, I'm just like, I don't even. Mongolian unaongea. What your voice is ugly. Lakini wacha weke $10,000 kwa meza. Wow! Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm not a good litmus test because I laugh at anything. So you never know if your joke is funny or not. I laugh at anything.
Bro.
It's my pastime.
So $1 million can make you forget all this.
Bruh! Even
Never,
a boring guy.
never.
Even a boring guy can sound like Dave Chappelle.
If there's money on the
The whole
table,
time I'm just like ha 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 ha. In fact, at some point, even when I'm tired, I'm just like lol, lol,
lol, rolling on the floor laughing.
Bruh.
Slaps me.
I know, right? So yeah, people out here, man. If people are laughing at your jokes, ask yourself: are you rich?
Yeah.
Or are you cute?
Damn.
Like
are you funny?
Yeah.
Like I saw this babe say at her aesthetic for guys is he must be rich. Like whenever she's seen with a guy, that's what she wants people to be thinking. Like, he must be rich. Because she was saying she doesn't go for pretty boys. Like she doesn't like good looking guys. You know, she likes them, a bit rough around the edges, not like the most attractive guy in the room. Yeah. So she was saying her aesthetic, when you see me with a guy, I want everyone to think he must be rich.
Yeah, up until you have kids with them, then now you start asking.
Well, no, don't say that. No,
Prof.
actually, don't say that, because there's some people who can get
Can be
looks from
cute, but
one
then-
parent.
Yeah.
Because I may have seen it with my own eyes. I remember even back, it was a while back, I must have been like a teenager. We had gone on vacation, and there was like the cute guy in the resort, nini, and he was now hanging out with my cousins, because my cousins were closer to his age. So I remember there's a time now the dad came to talk to him, and I remember looking at the dad and being like, no. So later when we went for dinner, resorts, when you go for dinner and like you have
Girl,
like
don't
your
be talking
tables.
to us like we all hang out at
Either
resort.
the
Okay, sorry.
There was
Yeah.
at a resort in Kisii called Ufanisi,
Okay, so
which is also a resort, by the way. Shout out
so
to
later that night when I saw the mom, I was like, now it makes sense. Like I saw exactly where he got the looks from, because I looked at the dad, I was like,
But now you're
Wow.
willing to bet on that, Maze? Like,
Yeah,
that
I mean, you
date
better.
ugly just
Nigga,
because you know you are
listen.
attractive.
you what is
Like,
ugly,
your kid-
you what is ugly.
And also-
it's relative.
and
man.
also-
what is ugly?
hold up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can
Exactly.
I just also just jump in here and say, if you listen, it's Drake's song where he said, no, not Drake, Stormzy,
Yeah.
where at the end he says, we're not ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what is ugly?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It's relative.
And
Or
is
it's
it-
Burna Boy.
Me, I think I genuinely yes, Burna Boy song,
Yeah.
City Boys. What I genuinely believe that Hollywood is the pits. Hollywood fucked everything, like dished the world, bro,
Yeah.
right? With some fake narratives of what beauty standards
True.
are, right? With some fake narrative of what how people romance should look like, how sex is done, guys. Hey, kwa ground is different.
Oh my God! Wow!
Right? Because reality, right? You look at the people that they put on TV.
Yeah,
When have you ever met people who look like that?
true.
Like, when have you ever dated somebody who looks like something you've ever seen on TV? Yeah? They pick, like
I
some
have.
random producer. You shut up. You... No,
We need proof.
What I'm saying is, like,
Shut
the
up.
average person on the street, right? And then now we came to find out it was makeup, wigs,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
lighting,
SFX.
right? SFX, and you're supposed to base your standard off of
On
that.
that, yeah.
Where am I leading to? This question about people don't like dating like super hot people, right? Is it that we don't like dating super hot people, or super hot people are not the majority?
That's a
Right?
good question.
And the reality is that the person, we are just all basic to someone else's eyes. We
Yeah,
are all
true,
just
true.
like super average. Like the
Yeah.
whole world is just full of average people, right? There are people who win in the beauty, like ile macho yako inasema, wow, you find someone who has like one blue eye, one brown eye,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You might find it unique,
yeah,
but it doesn't mean that hey,
it's the standard of
yeah, it's not the
beauty.
standard of beauty. But
Yeah.
we've been brainwashed. If you go to Mongolia, right, people who've never seen a TV,
Yeah,
do they think that the people who we've put as the hottest, most handsome are the handsomest?
Nah.
true.
They just think we're clean and we've all got,
Yeah,
right? Because they are full of, they've not taken care of themselves.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I just think that the world, everybody has something that they are into. I don't think it's Chris Hemsworth.
yeah.
We're being I don't like.
We're being brainwashed.
Brainwashed that he's
everyone
the
needs
guy.
to set like their own standards of beauty. There's someone who looks at there's someone who looks at Chris Hemsworth and they're like,
yeah.
you know.
But me, my standard of beauty finally showed up on TikTok.
What do you mean?
There's this Ghanaian guy.
Hala.
Name him.
You already said Ghanaian.
You know what? You know
I knew
what
it was
respect.
Anzam.
Woo!
Which guy?
There's this video, and then you know what he does?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not the only one who thinks he's hot.
Who?
The whole market thinks he's hot.
What's his name?
He walks through the market just being like the shirtless guy.
Okay, now it's immediately come to my brain. You see, now the thing is, now growing up, like in high school, when I was in high school, coming into university,
That man.
we were always told that light-skinned guys were like the epitome of handsome guys. Me,
Yeah.
me, that's what I was told.
That's
like
what-
guys,
that's
you know,
what- that
like
was the
guys always
standard.
like, oh my god, he's so cute.
He's 'cause he's
and
light-skinned.
exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes I legit used to, but I think I went
Even
to the
babes.
yeah, I went
Where
to
did
no,
babes?
I swear, like I
Nah.
went with the peer pressure for like a while,
Yeah.
and then I remember thinking,
Carrie,
there's a
it's
time
always-
it just hit me, and I was like,
You chill
this
your
guy is just
natural
light
taste. Nah, come
skin.
on.
Yeah,
Light-skinned niggas get away with just being light-skinned.
Oh,
Nah,
honestly.
it's always been told dark and handsome. So
No.
like,
no,
where
me in
is
high
it
school,
Only in your
nah,
shags.
in high school,
Only in
no,
your
it was
shags.
always, yeah.
No, let me tell
Where
you.
you getting
Real
this
talk.
tall,
No,
light
I'm
skin,
dead
and handsome?
serious.
And that's why I tell you, Hollywood is like, what can Kwambie?
Yeah.
If there's one thing we should just like lift and just blast off when the aliens come, we'll like attack California first. because
I hope they attack California
because
first.
they're like, guys,
That's how it always
let
happens.
me push for you. Let me tell you how Hollywood has fucked us. The Diabs raw. Right? So you're saying tall, dark, and handsome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where did that phrase come from?
Actually, yeah, where did it come from?
I don't know.
Hollywood. Right?
Uh-huh.
So, as in, and when they say tall, dark, and handsome, what do they mean?
Black eyes.
No, they didn't mean the
Black guys were never in the equation.
They meant
Ever.
someone with olive skin.
Yes.
Someone with a tan. That's what they meant when they said tall, dark, and
black
handsome.
hair,
Yeah.
dark hair.
And
so
dark
brown.
hair. Yeah.
Right? So the tall, dark, and handsome is not black skin.
It wasn't black, yeah.
Right? All right. Now so I want to tell you how Hollywood has fucked us, right?
Yeah.
So that's level 1. Right now you're asking, should I add lube? No, don't. Right? Yeah. Level 2.
Just let it happen.
Right? The Lord Jesus Christ is from it's Israel.
It's Arab.
Uko. I don't even want to mix up issues,
Yeah.
guys, because now you know the way Israel things are hot.
Yeah.
Uko, Middle East, right?
Brown, just
Right?
brown,
The
yeah.
other day I'm coming from Kisii, I'm driving, I spent the night at Ufanisi Resort, big up yourself.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah, I went to Kisii. Hey, remind me to tell you that's true. Kisii is hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm driving now back to Nairobi. I'm on the road like this, and then there's this matatu in front of me, and they have the picture of this blonde guy. His hair is cascading down his face like this. Then he has weared a white lace like this, and then he's just looking at us like he's about to save us from an accident. And I'm like, who the fuck
Is this guy?
Yeah.
Right? And then right next to him, they've written Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is not Jesus.
Yeah.
This some white
Do
guy
you know
from
how
Norway.
many relatives of yours have a picture
Yeah.
of some random Jungu guy,
Yeah,
some
as
model
Jesus.
who probably had a nude rider,
Yeah.
right? Because he was going to do that
Rider,
part
yeah.
for Nini,
Nini,
for
where-
being crucified.
Yeah,
Wear
he was
bedsheet
wearing
as
the
underwear.
My guy. Fuck Hollywood.
I agree.
Like,
That's true.
As in, today, there's an aunt of yours who probably watched this video,
Yeah.
and she'll say I'm speaking blasphemy.
Yeah.
Because I said that guy is not Jesus.
Yeah, how was Jesus white with blue eyes and blonde hair? How?
If there was Hollywood, the only way I would forgive Hollywood is if every country had their own Hollywood at the same time.
Yeah.
Right?
Then we'd have
You see
our
that, for
own
example,
standards each.
Look at Bollywood has finally caught up.
Yeah.
Now we think that Indians can fly. Right? That I saw this one where this guy was chasing a plane. A plane, guys.
Yeah,
A plane. You've seen that shit on top of buildings.
Yeah.
Right? And then he does hop, step,
And then
stop,
just from one building to another. Yeah.
right? Okay, now just imagine Kenya. If we had our own Hollywood at the same time.
Yeah.
Jesus angekuwa nakaje? Jesus, like which guy? Just imagine which celeb, who would play Jesus. Because Americans pick some random guy as well.
Yeah.
He picks Justin.
So
Justin
that's
from
with-
Texas.
Yeah.
Probably his accent is like, it's like, I don't know how I made.
That's Australia.
Does refuse to check it. Does refuse to. Let's go to accent, Texas.
What the hell is wrong with you? Is it checking in? It's not checking in. Leave it.
My cows. Yeah, the accent is checking it. So Hollywood done fucked us up, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
If Kenya was weird, because everybody was picking it's like Drama Fest.
Yeah.
When you go for Drama Fest, right? If you're a girls' school and you have a script that also has guys,
yeah.
you work with what you have.
You have,
Yeah.
you know,
You don't go and do now you import a
go
guy
and
from
look
a
for
school.
guys. No.
So Hollywood did what they can,
Yeah.
what they did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck them. Now let's imagine a world where we all started Hollywood at the same time.
Yeah.
Right, so there's Collywood. Yeah, Kenya inaitwa Riverwood.
Sijui na-
I
maybe
rebuke
Kenya
that
Riverwood.
name.
sijui.
I rebuke.
I don't
Tufi
know.
Aqua.
Somebody tell us. I don't know what
Yeah,
our
we need one for
industry
Kenya.
is called.
So
Naiwood.
Nigeria, who would
Nah.
play? Ramsey Noah. So that would be their Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yeah.
would be the photos in their
Yeah.
nini. Hapa Kenya nani angecheza?
Hey.
Mzee Ojwang? Right?
Damn.
Ama Otorongongo?
Uh-huh.
Right? Ama
Mwala.
This Masai, the Masai for Nini.
Just fat.
Tolman-
Mahakamani.
Eh.
Yoja Mahakamani. What's his
Regio.
name?
Just fat.
you have to
something.
work with what you have. You work with what you have. Because the amount of brainwashing that America has done on this
True.
land
Yeah.
is crazy.
And
Yeah.
then now it set the standards for like the rest of the world. And the thing is, we are so different. Like when you look at what African men view for a woman to be beautiful in their eyes, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
When it comes to like our white counterparts, them they just want big boobs. I mean, I'm generalizing.
big
They're like,
ass.
yeah, big
Yeah,
boobs,
but
yeah. But here it's diab fast.
Here,
You know,
titties.
Yeah.
Like boob jobs
You
are a
know?
waste of time in
Yeah,
Africa.
it's a waste of
Africans
time.
are constantly reducing their titties.
Yeah.
What they need, unachukua hiyo matatu unaweka kwa matako.
Exactly,
Right?
because our standards of what makes a woman beautiful is very different.
Yeah.
So obviously, when it comes to even the standards of like what makes a man handsome, it's very different.
Yes.
It's not what Hollywood told us.
Which brings
Boyfriend
us
tax has got to be paid. You know what boyfriend tax is?
What's
Is
boyfriend
spanking. Like how you randomly spank your babe. Yeah, that's boyfriend tax. So I think that's why we like us. You didn't know this, yeah. At least
I'm
now you know.
not friends.
So the reason why I'm saying like they always tried to make us think that light skinned guys were like the epitome of, you know, being handsome. They always used to do this thing where like if you're melanated, you have to be with like a light skinned guy. If you're a light skinned babe, you have to be like with a dark skinned guy.
Yeah.
And like the whole time I was like, why are they trying to like whitewash?
But can I just say this, right?
Yeah.
Guys, dark guys like light skinned babes.
Not all of them.
Not all
Case
the
in
time.
point, Luas like Kuyo babes.
But we still have melanin.
And they go for the light skinned ones.
Yeah.
There's actually a conversation about that
Yeah.
in Western. Am I lying?
Really?
Right? That unenda, what do they call it? Kupanguza lineage or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but why do we have to do that? Why
Girl,
can't
you are
just
You always
speaking
like
from
what
the
you don't have.
light side.
Most of the
Melanated
time you like
people.
what you don't have.
She's speaking from the light side.
No, I'm saying why do we have to do that? No, I understand what you're saying, but why do we have to do it again? It's being brainwashed.
It is
You've
not-
been
it's-
told
no.
you
No, I'm
have to go
saying-
and make your kids light. Why do
No,
you have to make
sometime-
your kids light?
Sometimes you like what you don't have. So if like you've always grown up seeing dark skinned people and that's what you relate to, the moment you see a light skinned one, you're like, oh, okay, you're kind of unique, and then you start seeing.
That's
finding them to
fine.
be
Okay,
pretty.
but-
Just let me tell you. You know, in my family, my small sister is the darkest, right? And Ivy, and she struggled with her color for quite a while,
Yeah.
right? Because we live in and my mom will watch this, she'll probably be shocked,
Yeah.
right? No, she's not shocked. She knows about this. For the longest time, you know, you make jokes about in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even my co-host Chito told me that,
Yeah.
growing up, people make fun of, like, if you're there's an acceptable level of darkness,
Yeah.
and then now once you pass that, they start because
You're
I've
too
been
Tell me
dark.
about
you're
it.
dick,
Yeah.
right? Atigiza,
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so she grew up with that, and you're going to share with us
Yeah.
yours. She grew up with a complex,
Yeah.
right? So the first thing somebody, like, this is inbuilt in the society, that there's an acceptable level of darkness, and then so just the same way we are against that side,
Yeah.
right? Or we make fun of it, like this is not what we want, right? Then there's the other side of this is more preferable.
Yeah.
So the lighter you get.
Yeah.
And do you know, funny enough, this is even before the white man, because I've read books, African books from back in the day, that they describe someone's beauty and they talk about how she had fair complexion.
Yeah.
Have you experienced this?
Oh, most definitely, all the time. Because how many times, for like if you're dark skinned, people just throw jabs at you subliminally.
Yeah.
Lights go out. They're like, "Where's scary?"
Oh,
Every smile to one.
Yes.
A whole lot of time, and sometimes it gets to you up until I think with age. If you're young, like you're quite vulnerable to like feel this, but
Yeah.
as you grow older,
Yeah.
then you actually get to see there's some attractiveness in your dark skin. So
True.
Imagine.
Yeah, now
So-
me, I've read books like that describe beauty as the opposite. They always use skin. What are they saying? Skin like cocoa or something. Like books like back in the day when they were describing beauty, it was always like the chocolate, the dark, like looking like the way cocoa looks like.
you need
That
to
was
take your
beauty.
school
seen-
fees
have
back.
you seen
It's cocoa.
Afri-
Yeah,
whatever
it's cocoa,
that
it's
one.
cocoa.
Yeah, it's
But
cocoa.
it's cocoa.
Yeah.
As in,
Cocoa.
well, it has different
So
names.
that's how they used to describe beauty until now when slavery came into play and now colorism came into the picture. That's
But-
why there were house niggas
Yeah.
and there were
Field
field niggas.
So-
So the lighter you were, the closer you could get to the master.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the color of cocoa?
Not
Not the product, because cocoa is a fruit. It is not black.
it
It's
is.
not even dark.
It's
Like brown, like... let me Google for your photo.
but it's like a brown. It's not like a
Well,
light
it's-
skin,
It's
whatever.
It's like this wood on this
Yeah.
chair.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
how it
so
used to be.
So that description is also to show that her skin was fair.
Yeah.
You
okay.
understand?
Yeah. So now
Yes.
when now white people came into play, like
See
slavery. Oh, that's cocoa.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So now when slavery came into play and there was the whole thing with like field niggers and house niggers, now that's what made this colorism issue now even worse.
Yeah.
Like now the whole idea of if the lighter you are, the closer you are to white, the more beautiful you are.
Was
And we keep perpetuating that same like centuries later, we are still helping prove this point.
But was that
like
the
closer you are to white, the more beautiful you are. The darker you are, the less beautiful you are. I mean, at least now Africans are becoming like more self-assured.
Are we though?
And they're starting to like, especially when it comes to dark-skinned women, they're starting to believe that those are not the standards for beauty. Fine, that's what the world says. But people are starting to become, especially dark-skinned women, they're starting to become more secure in the way they look like.
But guys,
society is not helping,
yes,
because we are still trying to whitewash.
My question is, and I know, Kerry, you had something to say about this.
Yeah.
Is society getting better? If you ask me, I think we're doing tokenism right now.
Yeah.
There's a difference between accepting and doing tokenism, right? Because unajua kuna social media alafu kuna kwa grau, right? The reality of preference is still preference.
Yeah, it's still
and
there.
that's why
Yeah,
people have to speak about the fact that I am beautiful in my own skin. I'm black and beautiful. But kwa grau, what would prefer being light skin?
Yeah.
Right?
That's
because
sad.
they let me tell you. One day, I used to do modeling.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Miss Tourism. It was Miss Tourism, right?
No, that was Miss Tourism. I'm a beauty queen. But I
Oh,
also
like
did
modeling, like
right?
runway.
So when I do modeling, you find yourself now, I mean, there were not as many opportunities. Like you could only do runway and that will be okay.
Yeah.
So I was doing runway, but I was also looking to do advertisements, right? And let me tell you, it was the hardest thing to penetrate into. Because, and I'll tell you one particular incident. It's a soda company. I won't mention which one.
Yeah.
I already know which one you're talking about.
It was we were called to Uko Ngongriskos.
I know which one it is.
We went there.
Yeah.
I got there and there was probably 1,000 people auditioning. You know, because it's a multinational. Everybody, and these
Soda
were
brand.
the ads that were paying the most at that time.
Yeah.
So this, once you get an ad like this, they'd make
You've
it seem
made
like
it.
now you've
Yeah.
made it. Like sasa wewe, sasa relax.
Yeah.
Right? But then you look at the billboards and you only see light-skinned people. There were no dark-skinned people.
Yeah, there were no dark.
There were no dark-skinned people on these products.
Yeah.
And so, but you're looking at the line, you're seeing 99% dark-skinned people. So you panga line the whole day.
Yeah.
If you've ever gone for an audition, you know that you can't, you don't plan anything that day.
The whole day, yeah.
So we sat there, back at the night, right? So by the time you're finally getting in front, you're given your 20 seconds. The person is not even looking at you. Okay, read the script.
Next.
And you're noticing that nobody is even looking at
Yeah.
you, right? But you've been there the whole day. From like 6 a.m. when they said, instead of letting you know there's a batch for 3 p.m., there's a zero efficacy. Yeah. Sikumbe, they had already decided who they wanted.
Guy.
The person wasn't even at the audition.
Guy.
Exactly.
Now me.
So what they do is, for the policy, right? The policy,
They
you
have
can't
to
just
look
pick
like they've
auditioned.
yeah.
But they already knew who they were picking, and they were just wasting the rest of us time. And a lot of girls at that time would complain about this.
Yeah.
Then there was that era for Alekwek, where now because guys, how did having Alekwek impact Africa's colorism?
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
In fact, if anything, Africans did not appreciate her beauty standard. They said, we don't look like that.
Yeah.
Because it almost looked like white people were saying, no, this is the beauty that we prefer. They like it dark. Bro, we are not like that. Because here in Africa, we don't appreciate that color. Right? Didn't fix anything. For me, I looked at it and I said, this is a tokenism. Unachukua unasema, this is what Africa can offer. But there's many types.
Yeah.
Try being a model in that time and you're light skin.
Yeah.
Hakuna pali unaenda.
Yeah.
Because now they had created a standard that models had to be tall and extremely dark
Yeah.
for
And
you to be successful.
I don't think it's like only on that time, because maybe it could be happening right now. Like I'd like someone from Rwanda to actually go into the comments and tell us if like colorism is still an issue there, because tell me if I'm wrong. That was like part of one of the reasons that caused the genocide between Hutus and Tutsis. Because,
Really?
Yeah. I think one tribe looked fairer than the other, and during colonial times, there's one tribe that was getting favors.
What?
So while the clashes were happening, it was one of the things that they used to like vent about and talk about and say, oh, you guys like were being favored by colonialists, that's why you're better than this. So,
oh my God, really?
Yeah. So I'd really like to know if
Even
colorism, I know it's not to that extent right now because things have gotten better, but there's still an element in
actually,
it.
you're right.
What?
Just to put the right info, because we live in a
yeah,
world
we
where
don't
processes-
yeah.
European colonialists in Rwanda established a color-based caste system that placed the Tutsi above the Hutu and on the basis of their somewhat lighter skin. So I need you to understand that there's been years and years, right, of guys. In fact, it's a great thing we're talking about this, right? And I think we've kind of mentioned this in a different, or either we've discussed it on air. But ask yourself why. Right now, we're lucky we have information, and still we are set in our ways in what we have preferences for. But our aunties, right, didn't have this information. You've been persecuted for the longest time for being dark skinned, and you know that your lighter skin friends or cousins or sisters are getting married before you.
And they're even treated differently within the family.
They're getting more suitors. For example, you'll find this story, you should see the goosebumps on my body. You'll find like a lighter skinned child will be treated differently.
True.
Hata kama kuna hard work kwa shamba, uwe mwenye ako giza ndio anatumwa, right? And the light skinned ones wanafanywa house chores.
We're literally perpetuating like the same. Oh my god,
so your
it's so
auntie
crazy.
Alikuwa na one option, introducing bleaching cream, right?
She
alleviate this persecution. Now, you know, funny enough, we used to judge them, but look at the society.
Right? They just wanted their kids to be treated better.
If you see that light-skinned babes are the ones who sit at receptions who get jobs, like if you have a customer care place, you want to put a light-skinned babe, you think that light skin is pretty. So if you got like a really dark-skinned babe and you were kinda, you don't find these people at receptions, right? If I have a product I want to promote, should I keep going?
I get what you mean.
This is the reality kwa ground. Even these products that advertise that, you know, for the darker skin.
You know for why?
Where do they reach in terms of
have you seen the advert in was it somewhere
Japan? I think
Japan, somewhere
or
in
China,
Asia, where they're selling a washing machine, and then like the black guy goes into the washing machine, and then he
comes out light.
Comes out as
a white guy.
As a white person.
They apologized, but it was too late.
That was terrible, Kabisa.
And you know the issue, it's so global. I don't know which country it is. I think it's Vietnam or something, because it's like really hot, and you'll find they're always like in hats and wearing like long sleeve, like whatever's. And they keep saying it's because they're trying to keep their skin fair. I'm like,
Korea, right? Korea. And Asia and
because Asia, I mean, they're not white, but they're not, you know, the most melanated people.
Have you ever seen Koreans sometimes can be so pale? What agwan?
It's on purpose. Imagine.
Even Indians bleach, by the way. It's so big.
How?
It's so big. Because, actually, colorism is also in the Indian community.
It's everywhere.
Huge. As in, that like you've been born and you're kind of brown. Chances are you're not going to get married. So you start. There's fear. There's that the product that was even here, fair and unfair and lovely.
Because even there's a side of India, I think it's South India, where they look like us, like they have our skin tone, but them that's not what they want to show people. They don't even want the world to know that they're actually let me say melanated, let me not say black. They don't want the world to know that they're melanated Indians. Like those guys are shunned.
Even you know, even in every continent, they've been dark people before even anything, like
we all started with the melanin, right?
Now another thing, right? If you want to understand how
deep it
Hollywood
goes
and these stereotypes and how we you know, some of your behaviors, hair, very touchy subject. I speak about, like, for example, do I think everybody like can do whatever they want to their hair?
Absolutely.
Yes. My question is, are you aware that you can? Are you aware that you can do anything with your hair? You can wear it however you want, right? Because there are those ones who are first, for the longest time, you're forced to shave your hair, right? Because they can't maintain it, because words like shaggy are used for African hair, right?
Nappy,
unkempt, right? So, for example, schools would force us to do cornrows, right? I'd want to have my hair open, but I'd be told it will be untidy. If I decide to have an afro, I'm untidy, according to Kenyan schools.
No matter how neat it is, you're untidy.
So what are they saying? My natural hair
is
that
untidy.
God gave me.
Haijatosha
mboga,
man,
right? And it's not like I'm in a white country,
man,
or I'm
here,
upper, right? And so for me, one of the biggest fights is you can't start saying let's change something if you yourself you're not aware
change it yourself,
that you have these stereotypes living amongst you. And I've said for us, for Western Kenya, you're gonna find somebody going for the lightest skin babe, and that's why you notice on wedding days the makeup artists always lighten. Because that's the day you're meeting the family. Hawezi leta dem mdaka na kaka
Guy.
I want you to bring about...
And then there's also... Guys can be dark, not babes.
Not babes, exactly.
I wanted
not
to
babes.
bring up that makeup story because you would help me understand it even better. Because
Juma, we love your melanin.
Sometimes I fail to understand. Is it that the makeup brands don't have different shades for like everybody? Because most of the times... you'd find, which is wrong, but you'd find guys talking about, CG the babe, CG her neck and her face, it's not the same.
They're not the same.
It's
She
not
looks
the
like
same
she's been
shade.
kidnapped. You see that?
So
She
looks like she's been kidnapped.
And everybody was just like, like we tried to figure it out, the whole internet.
Yeah.
Whose
It
hand
was
is
her
that?
hand and her face that are different.
Yeah. So is it like sometimes you go and try and find a shade for you, then you don't get it? Ama babes just go and pick a lighter tone because you are conditioned to think that being light is beautiful.
No, makeup brands just started diversifying their darker skin tones recently. I'm talking, I think 5-6 years ago.
Like
they
TV.
never used to have dark enough foundation for like the darker tone of women. But at least now they've diversified a bit, and at least they're trying to promote it.
I challenge you. I've been doing this thing where I'm looking back at TV shows that we used to watch just to go like, what the fuck?
What we chose.
Go and watch like a music video of like Whitney Houston. Go look at the makeup. Right? As in, just go look at photos from like the 80s, and because makeup was just basically you're given powder there. And so you hear your pink, your blue eyes, you know, like the and then hairspray so that the hair can steady like this, you know. It was a wild time, man. And believe it or not, in another 50 years they'll be looking, go and look at makeup from 2023, right? God. Because we keep evolving. But you are right. Like from time immemorial, women have made something for their face to look a bit lighter. So makeup generally has always been there's nobody does makeup to make their skin darker unless maybe you're white and you're trying to like
get a tan.
Or it's a Halloween costume.
Or you're doing blackface.
Please, let's not talk about blackface. It's
but
a very sensitive
if you're trying
topic.
to look tanned, right? But for most of darker skin people, it is to you have some blemishes, so you want to bring the color to a nice tone. So it has to lighten. But if you make it darker, see, now we continue to see the thing.
And there's this show I love, Blackish. Like, as much as it's a sitcom and everything, like they really touch on like real issues. And one episode they were talking about colorism, and they were saying this test of, are you darker than a brown paper bag? So the main guy, Anderson, I don't know his name on Blackish. So now he's not dark skin, but he's not light skin either. He's not because his wife is mixed race. He's just let's say brown paper bag, like dark. So and they have 2 kids. They have twins. One is like proper dark skin, Marisha, and now the twin
sister. We watch.
I'm just trying to explain. So when there was a whole issue about like her picture day and how they didn't light her properly because she's dark skin, blah 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 blah. And now the dad was trying to encourage her like, oh, your skin is beautiful, your skin is blah blah blah. And they said there's a brown are you darker than a brown paper bag test. They were saying if you're that skin tone, if you're that between that skin tone and lower, you can't understand the issues of a dark skin person.
It's true.
And I was like, you know what, that's true, because I do fall into like the brown paper bag kind of like brown, but at the end of the day I still want to see dark skinned women like accepting themselves, because me, I'm very much aware I could end up with like a dark skinned guy and I'll have a dark skinned child. So if I don't accept that being dark skinned is beautiful, how am I going to instill that into my child?
But again,
you know?
now just to go back to that show, and understand, I think we should call this episode "Fuck Hollywood." Because every time you watch a show, like for example Blackish, right? I mean, guys, they pick. They mix up the colors, right? If they get like have you ever seen like an all dark cast?
Hey, maybe just once.
Like the husband is
once.
dark skin and the wife is dark skin.
Yeah, just
so
once.
what they'll do, the man will be dark skin
and then the baby will be light skin. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Or vice versa. But most of the time, more often than not, that's the stereotype there. Now you're watching TV. You are a product of what you've been consuming.
Exactly.
Right? So the average young man right now, success does not include. Like right now, you bag $1 billion or you bag $1 million, it does not include melanin, bro.
It doesn't.
And that's just the sad reality.
It's a sad truth. Like, look at all these big superstars, be it in basketball, be it in Hollywood. If you're like a black guy who's made it in Hollywood, chances are you have a light-skinned babe by your side, not a dark-skinned babe. Very few of them actually have dark-skinned babes for wives. And all
and
of
in
those
fact,
other
even
things.
once they go white.
They go, they don't even go mixed. They go white.
Not that I have a problem with intermarriages, interracial marriages.
But from what I've heard, like even the mixed race people in predominantly white countries, they usually have got an identity crisis because you don't know whether you're
which side you fall on.
Yeah, which side you fall on, whether you associate yourself as black, or you associate yourself as white. So I think it also affects them. So maybe that's why in like the Western shows they have to like try and do that to also
to represent both sides.
Yeah, to include.
Yeah, because in Africa, one big problem is you can be too African and you can be not enough African.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Because like for the longest time, I always like when I've had body dysmorphia. I'm like my whole life. This is something I came to realize this year when I, started working on myself and therapy and all of those things. Like I never thought I looked good enough, be it like my body, my size and all of those things. And one of the things that I never used to like is I didn't have a typical African body. Like I was always super small. Like this weight you're seeing I've added, it's very recent.
You have waited
I used
for
to
it.
be very I've been skinny shamed, bro. It's crazy. But I always used to look at myself. I'm like, I don't have an African woman's body, and that used to be one of my issues.
I'll stop calling you short. I'm sorry.
No, short is fine. It's just that I never. For the longest time I was like, I didn't have an African woman's body. Yeah. But I came to accept that the beautiful thing about Africa, we are very diverse. Like our skin tones are different, our
Africans
bodies are different, but we are still African.
We knew that until we started consuming Hollywood, and then all of a sudden now we're like, we should be skinny, we should be doing all sorts of things. And you are right. We are different. It's crazy.
We're very diverse. We're so many.
Think of it like this. I don't think it's for us to accept. I think it's an individual.
It's an individual thing.
Because today, if you add weight, they'll tell you you're too fat.
Yeah, true.
Right? Ay, umenona.
Yeah, umenona
and then when you're skinny, they say, ay,
umekonda sana. Exactly.
Okay, you have a diabs. They'll say, hey, donge.
Donge. Yeah, so at the end of the day, moral of the story with all of this, I think we're about to end up,
We're finished.
Yeah, moral of the story is it starts with you. You can't change the world if you don't change yourself. So be it your skin tone, be it your body size, you set those standards for yourself, and once you do that, you'll see everyone else will follow suit.
So guys, all right. So in the spirit of fixing Kenya and the narrative one story at a time, imagine we've set up Collywood.
Yeah.
Kenyollywood.
Hey, we still need a name. No, that's not working.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. So we have our Hollywood, right? And we're making remakes of all these stories that made us think crazy, right?
Yeah.
So let's start with a romance. One of the biggest romance movies, of course, is Titanic, or even The Notebook.
Oh, The Notebook. Yeah.
So we are recreating The Notebook.
Okay.
Who will play the two main characters, the two lovebirds? Kenyan actors. So let's start with the male actor. Who will play the male actor?
Nick Mutuma.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be a good. Brian Ogola.
Okay.
Yeah.
The babe.
Kate
Who are you pairing him?
Kate actress.
Nick Mutuma and Kate actress. Oh, you're just recreating. I saw what you've recreated.
Yeah. Brenda Wairimu.
Oh
yeah, actually, the good
and Brian Ogola. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good. Yeah. All right. So The Notebook done. Titanic, right? That epic scene. Jack is dying. I'll never let go. Kate is there letting go, right? So which Kenyan actor? We are here, Lake Victoria.
Yeah.
Who's there? Who's doing it? Who's Kate?
Who's Kate? Me.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. You're paired with which guy?
Blessing. Longao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just trying to do a romance nini with this guy.
Hala me. I'm joking.
I'd put Real Boogie as the guy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
But
okay.
he's young.
He's young.
Yes,
But
but
Jack
yeah,
was
Jack
also
was
young.
young.
Yeah, it's
true.
Titanic.
Yeah.
True.
And the Babe, I think that's when I'll put Brenda Wairimu.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does look. I'd put Foy.
Oh yeah, Foy. Yeah,
Yeah.
by there because she's also
Yeah.
in the age
Yeah.
bracket. Makes sense.
But no, maybe not Foy. There's another young babe as well who I think can do us. Because the sex scenes are the nini. The sex scenes, yeah. I don't know. Anyway. Now off to romance. Let's move to action, right? Because we got some actors and some actresses out here.
Yeah.
We're recreating Spider-Man. No,
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
Who are we working?
Luanda, Jawar. Yeah.
Muscles.
Mine's not an actor. Shiv.
Oh, she would actually be a
Shiv,
good
yeah,
Superman.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that you've moved,
Yeah.
you've diversified.
Yeah.
Are you still sticking with your answer?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Luanda.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Finally, and this is the biggest one because this is what has really influenced a continent and a world. Which Kenyan actor would we have playing our own version of Jesus Christ? Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. I'm looking for someone.
I'll say mine last.
Okay, I'm looking for someone who has like locks.
Okay, I'll go first. Pascal Tokodi.
Okay.
I don't know. I laugh.
I see it.
Because now that he has those two
Yeah,
dreads,
now that he has the dreads.
I can just see him like, what? Oh, Elohim. I can see it.
Okay, can I name someone who's no longer with us? Although I feel like he'd have done a good job. Maina Oluwenya.
Ooh,
Yeah, he'd have
yes,
done a
he would have been a
fantastic job.
fantastic Jesus.
Yeah.
Real?
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Now me, I'm going off the script, kabisa. Eddie Butita. Gotta be someone dark skinned, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We get Butita, and now we also put that narrative of Jesus
of
can be
dark
dark.
skin. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Butita would kill it, man. Kwanza everybody
At some point, I think
everybody
you-
will sit down and
You
listen
just
to
imagine that
Jesus.
guy at Sambura unanichapa hivyo buda.
Hizi ni gani
Sinishasema
sasa?
ndakufaiwa nini hizi? Hizi madharu tudogo tudogo.
Cha kunigonga na hiyo
ziko nazo,
kitu.
mazee. SPM wako wapi?
I want to know part of this.
All right, we finished.
We finished.